Good shot. Not so good. The Indian skipper has done a tremendous job to get back there. Marvellous running catch.
Lords, the afternoon of the 25th of June, 1983.
And Richards has gone for 33.
Indian captain Kapil Dev catches out the great West Indian batsman, Viv Richards.
I wouldn't say it was a difficult catch, but it was very important catch for Indian history.
And that's out. Yes, it's all over this time.
This catch leads India to win the World Cup, a high point in a country whose cricketing history has always mirrored India's emergence as a nation. Cricket in India is the national sport, revered by those who trust in the virtues of the noble game.
Cricket is associated with uprightness, honesty, integrity, and straightforwardness.
In India, there is veneration for the slow rhythms of Test cricket, where patient batting and probing spin bowling perfectly reflect one part of the Indian psyche.
The brain has always taken precedence over brawn in India. The spin bowlers of that era actually prided themselves in thinking a player out rather than knocking him over.
But after victory at Lord's in 1983, something quite different about India was revealed. For this country of over 1 billion fans, the popularity of the one-day game turned cricket into televised spectacle, with the excitement and drama that Indians call
tamasha, which means entertainment, which something happened almost spontaneously. And cricket had that appeal of tamasha. You know, you went to a cricket match and you could see something exciting.
They're running. It's got to be a direct hit.
a brash new confidence on the pitch reflected a globalized India's ambition beyond the boundary. And now a revolutionary form of cricket has arrived. The 20-over Indian Premier League involves serious money and the best players on the planet. This is the ultimate in cricket tamasha and a declaration of intent that the empire of cricket can now be led by India.
And another one. Well on his way.
Second highest total ever by India. Straight down the ground. He's got it through. That's a fantastic century. Rahul Dravid.
Any weekend in India, evidence for the Indian love affair with cricket is everywhere. Boys play in front of the Grand Mosque in Old Delhi. In Mumbai, a group of off-duty waiters compete under the gaze of Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And in nearby side streets that Indians call the Gully, cricket full of tamasha takes place. Just a few miles away, the game is played in the more formal settings of the Bombay Gymkhana. And this is where the story of Indian cricket began in the 19th century. During the high summer of the Raj, this whites-only club was where the games of empire were played, including cricket. Here, on the same piece of land, the first group of Indians picked up bat and ball in emulation of the British. They were the Parsi community, who centuries before had fled persecution in Persia to seek asylum in India. Their descendants formed a powerful business and professional class.
We came in contact, when I say we, our ancestors came in greater contact with the Britishers than most other communities. Most enlightened people, doctors, lawyers, businessmen, were Parsis. Soon others, Hindus and Muslims not wishing to be left behind, also took up cricket. Denied space to play in central Bombay, land was found on the seafront for each community to play, and these gymkhanas still stand today.
They were set up in imitation of the British. They were set up, if you like, in mutual rivalry, and they were set up next to each other, with each club looking out at the other, making sure that the other community and the other club did not sort of get too much of an advantage over them. And that suited the British, because it just showed that there was an essential disunity in India. There was no such thing as India. India was really different communities and different castes.
But out of the rivalry between communities came competitive cricket. By 1912, an annual tournament between Parsis, Hindus, Muslims and Europeans was taking place in Bombay. The Quadrangular.
The tournament lasted for going up to 15 days. So it was a sort of a 15 days carnival. People took off from office and it was sort of holiday spirit for all. There was a lot of enthusiasm about these communal matches.
Outside of Bombay, cricket was spread by the patronage of the Hindu and Muslim princes of India. The Maharajas and Nawabs promoted cricket by building grounds and running their own teams.
I think a lot of the Rajas and Maharajas took it up to remain close to the British. Some of them actually became better than many British players, of course, and it was the sponsorship of the Rajas and Maharajas pre-independence which kept it going and gave it the importance and the encouragement to keep it not only going but to expand it to a great extent. And once the Maharajas did it, then of course the people also followed it.
The first star of Indian cricket was employed by the Maharaja of Holkar. This was Colonel C.K. Naidu. Naidu made his reputation in 1926, playing for the Hindus against the MCC at the Bombay Gymkhana. He scored 153 in under 2 hours, hitting 11 sixes.
C.K. Naidu, he was a great hitter. Now you all, he has a great height. From here, he cleared the stadium. C.K. stepped out and just did that easy, and ball sailed over this. And on the deck beyond it, there is a tennis court there, landed on the tennis court.
This innings also had a political meaning.
Naidu was showing with the bat that he was the equal of an Englishman. That question of equality, not equality in the law, because of course Britain ruled India and the Indians therefore were not good enough to rule themselves, but at least on the cricket field with the bat against an Englishman holding a ball, he could smash him for 6 after 6 and prove that he was not his inferior. The question of self-esteem, the question that here is an Indian, a brown face with brown hands, who could measure up to a white man.
Meanwhile, the hot sun of India beats down upon the cricket ground at Bombay as England take the field for the first test match to be played on Indian soil against an English side.
Naidu was captain when in 1933 the first ever test match was played in India against in England, captained by Douglas Jardine. The game took place over 4 days at the Bombay Gymkhana.
50,000 have turned out to see it, for the popularity of cricket is in the ascendant in India.
At stumps, a band would play God Save the King. Though India lost by 9 wickets, one young cricket fan in the ground was thrilled by a knock of 118 runs by Indian batsman Lala Amarnath.
I have very vivid memories of the match, but Amarnath really stands out. He scored a brilliant 118. That he became the first Indian to score 100 in Test cricket.
By 1937, an elegant new stadium in Bombay, the Brabant, was staging the Festival of Communal Cricket.